are some good examples of small talk in many situations, and like small talk or simple greeting before asking a work-related questions, how to just show politeness but not taking time away.
Okay. It's a very good question. I will say this, it depends on the situation. If you're dealing with somebody that you don't speak to on a regular basis and you have a formal meeting set up with them, sometimes it's nice just to clear the air to get the meeting going. You talk a little bit about their family or whatever you know about them that is relevant. It could be their hobby, it could be their family. Just ask how things are going in general. Try to keep it relevant. Don't just have small talk for the sake of small talk without any kind of topic in mind that's relevant to the other party. That's really important for formal meetings. But don't make it too long. Small talk shouldn't last more than just a moment or two. And then you can get into why you're having the meeting. When it comes to informal relationships and you know the person really well, small talk isn't necessary. You can have small talk at lunch because you're your friends. You can talk, about anything you want on personal time. But if it's business time, there's no reason for small talk. They know you're working. You know they're working. Just get right to it. In fact, small talk can be viewed as somewhat distracting. When somebody's really busy, they don't want to engage in small talk. They just want, okay, you have a question, tell me what your question is, and I'll help you with that question. So I'll give you an example. I meet with my managers once a week, each of them once a week. And so I actually like to engage a little bit of small talk with them to set the stage for the discussion. So I ask them how they're doing, how their family is, whatever. But I don't make that last long. And then I get into business, okay? And I have an agenda that I want to talk to them about, our mutual engagements and what's going on with each of the mutual clients that we have. And they know that. So the small talk, maybe a little bit on the front end, maybe a little bit on the back end before they leave, all designed to make them feel comfortable and at ease. And just because I like my managers as people, not just employees. So I like to make them feel like they're a person. Correspondingly, they get to talk to me. They get to know that I'm a person too. It's not just that I'm a boss or a partner. They get to know me too. Ask me how my vacation was or whatever. We engage in that to establish a rapport. Now, outside of those are formal meetings. But when we're working day to day and I call them up and ask them some questions, there's no small talk. I just get right into it. Have you done this yet? Have you done that yet? Or they may call me and say, hey, Adam, I've got some questions I need to have answered because I'm having some trouble here. I don't understand something. Or I need you to approve something, or whatever the case may be. They don't open up with how was my vacation or other small talk because they know that we're already on a solid business footing together and that we're not going to have small talk because time is money. So we just get on with it. But when you're formal setting or, and you're meeting somebody for the first time or just a formal setting, it's important to have a little bit of rapport building. Okay, even if it's just I meet with them once a week. I just don't want to get right into it bluntly. I always like to say how was their weekend or things, how are things going.
Would you say like 5 minutes or less?
No, no
2
more.
to 3 minutes.
I'd say no more than a couple of minutes. Okay, 2 minutes is a long time. I don't know if you've been time or not. You should be able to do all the small talk within 60 seconds, actually. Oh. If you find yourself just moving on and small talk is expanding, that's not good. That's not good. You don't want to end up having your meeting taken over by small talk. You were there for an objective. Meetings usually have an objective. Make sure you stick to the objective. Understand why you're there and make sure you stick to that and get what you're supposed to be getting out of that meeting.